Thanks, Godfrey. Joining us this morning to tell us a little bit about what's happening at the National Training Agency are Bridget Ferguson, Executive Director, and Ione Hepburn, Assistant Director. Good morning, ladies, and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning, good morning.
I'm loving the energy early this morning. I love it, I love it.
Because we're just excited to be here. Every day is a good day to talk about the National Training Agency.
Yes.
And it feels like it was just the other day.
I know.
When we were sitting right here.
That's right.
With another colleague talking about what we will talk about today.
Yes.
Because it's now happening.
Okay.
But I am so pleased. First of all, I want to salute you and June and the team of phenomenal women. We're still celebrating women.
Yes.
So I want
Yes.
to say woohoo
Thank
to all
you.
the lovely ladies associated with this fine organization.
Yes.
And to say a special hello and to salute the lovely ladies of the National Training Agency.
Awesome.
From Christabel Sanders in Exuma and Forbes in Grand Bahama, to all the lovely ladies at headquarters, Katie, Duncombe, and gee, you know, you get in trouble when you start calling names.
I know. I was listening, I'm like, oh, don't forget.
Stop.
Don't
because
forget
there's
anyone.
a number of ladies. So,
Aw.
and to our board chair, Agatha Marcel, and the lovely ladies on the board
Yes.
of the National Training Agency.
Yes.
But I'm particularly proud this morning to introduce our magnificent
Yes.
Assistant Director in the person of Ione Hepburn, who is on secondment to the agency, and she comes packing
Okay.
a mighty punch.
Okay.
Because there are three main areas of specialization for her, but she's going to be focusing really on one in particular, but the other add-ons will also add value.
Okay.
She has a tremendous HR background, training background, and mental health wellness as well.
Okay. Okay.
But she is focusing primarily on our core program, our core product, Workforce Readiness, our MWPP program, which is in session now. And so without further ado, I want to turn this over to Ione to speak, if she wishes, just add a little more about herself, whatever she wishes to do,
Yes.
and then just get into the meat of the matter.
Absolutely.
So Ione, you're on.
Okay, thank you, Madam Edie. As she said, I do have a number of skills, but as Ms. Marcel always say, I don't want to be important, I want to be doing important things.
Important things, oh, I love that.
Exactly. And so what's important is our people, our participants in the training, as she mentioned. And we have, the last time I think Edie was here along with another staff member, they were talking about its beginning. Well, the first day I entered into the agency is the beginning of the program. And so we're like 2 weeks, as a matter of fact, this is Friday, so this is the end of the second week.
Okay.
And we're excited, we're doing a lot of things. Oftentimes we say that training is something that people do in the meantime as they're looking for something else. But for training, for us, as we talk about job readiness, is not just to help you get there, but to stay there. 85% of career success is based on soft skill training and human skills. So we are about making sure that when our people leave NTA, they are ready, they stay ready, and they understand exactly what job success really means. And so that's what we're doing there.
I love that. And I mean, it seems like they are lucky to have you all as well, because I'm feeling the energy, the excitement, the enthusiasm. I'm like, hey, I probably need to go check out this training agency too.
And you can feel the energy in the space.
Yes.
We started with just over 100 young people, and already they are opening up. They're talking, and Ione is interfacing with them, along with the other team members in the registration department. But it is almost an all hands on deck for the agency because we all buy into this. We understand the impact nationally on making our workforce stronger.
Yes.
And as you know, we have a particular demographics that we work with, 16 through 26, and some folks, that's the group where they may be underskilled, would have left high school without not too many accreditations in their hands, certificates in their hands. So this is another opportunity for them to upskill and to have a skill that they can take to the market and use and be productive.
That's awesome. I love that. So tell us a little bit about the program itself.
So as you know, the program, as Edie said, the program is about, well, 16 to 26. And what happens is we bring them in, we have 4 weeks of soft skills training, and that takes you to attitude, values, workplace, I guess policies, anything that you can think that are soft skills that we do to prepare them to let you know this is what you need to be a great employee on the job. And then from there, there's 10 weeks more of job training. So we have a number of training providers that they go out to, and I guess we have from housekeeping, we have office procedures, we have business application, we have, and Bridget, you can jump right in there, okay? We have a number of other things that they do, and so they go to those training providers, and once they're done there, some of them will stay, I guess, if the training providers has the space. Others will go to other people, and now we help them with job placement so that they have some place to go.
Okay.
Now,
And what
go
is
ahead.
also of note, the providers also provide internship opportunities because we partner
Nice.
with different sectors, different industries, and a mandatory part of the 10-week discipline training is 2 weeks, mandatory 2 weeks of internship, and in many cases, the trainees leave with employment. Those 4 weeks of intensive soft skills make a huge difference because we talk about attitude, we talk about teamwork, we talk about conflict management. Some of the very issues that we all struggle with on a daily basis. And I think we all recognize that. But at this juncture, I also want to highlight what's going on in Grand Bahama as well, because Ione is also working with our Grand Bahama manager, Kenneth Miller, and Forbes out of Grand Bahama, cohort 18, doing this exact thing at this exact time on the island of Grand Bahama.
Wow.
And also to mention Christabel Sanders. While we do not have cohorts in Exuma, Christabel goes into the high schools and is offering, I think right now it's 3 high schools, soft skills training at the grade 12 level. So they are 2 given opportunities to get some real world training that's applicable to the workforce and to life in general.
Yeah, I love that, and that's so important. I feel like it's something that everyone should take part in at the end of high school. I mean, I just think that that's just something that should be straight across the board, especially here in the Bahamas, right? Because I feel like individuals at the end of the day, we're all tourism ambassadors, and so, you know, these skills are just so important, right? I find that that's just so necessary. So I want you to tell me a little bit about when someone comes into the program. Do they come sort of enthusiastic, ready to learn, or do you feel like you have to kind of pull them along and there's some effort that has to go into that a little bit?
well, let's be honest, just like anywhere, there are different types of people who are coming in. There are those who are there because they feel they have to be there. There are those who are there because, oh my God, if nothing else, this is where I want to be.
Right,
And there are
yes.
those who say, well, let me see how it happens, what happens. But for those persons you say that, let's talk about those who are excited. I spoke to a young lady just a couple of days ago, and she was saying, Ms. Hepburn, I left a job to be here because I always wanted to be a teacher. So we do the Teacher's Aid program also at the end. It's one of our job readiness job training. And so she said, I left the job just to be here because I always wanted to do that. She herself, I saw the excitement, I saw the motivation. So they are the success stories that we want. We want people to see that MTA really helps you go to the next level. If for whatever reason you miss a step at somewhere in the past.
Okay.
And I also want to speak to the parents' response to this as well. And you must come to our next graduation.
Yes.
There are parents who literally are moved to tears because, and in some instances, persons might have given up hope on what their children will amount to in this world. But to see their children now walking proudly at the conclusion of an intensive 14 weeks of training, and it is not easy.
Yeah.
It is not easy to do, and to see the discipline, because they also know that if they are late twice, they're expelled from the program.
Wow.
If they have 2 unexcused absences, they're expelled from the program.
Yeah.
And Ione is insisting that they present as if they are already in the workplace, because
And that's how it should
that's
be,
the
right?
design.
That's exactly
the
how it should
intent.
be.
So
Yeah.
they are held to workplace standards.
Yes.
Because we are not a school. We are not a school. We partner with industry providers to work with trainees on real world expectations and skill sets, so that when they step away from their intensive training, they're really ready. It's plug and play.
Yes.
They're ready. We
Ready
are
to
now
go.
in discussion with an amazing organization, and we're planning, under the leadership of Ione,
Okay.
an amazing career fair
That's awesome.
that
Well,
will be dedicated exclusively, and I know it's time maybe to wrap up, exclusively, because we're just getting started
I
in a row
know.
here. But it is dedicated exclusively, this particular set, to our graduates.
Okay.
And that will also happen on Grand Bahama.
Awesome. I love that. So we are out of time, but just tell us,
We
where can people
are?
find you? I know we have to have you all back on. Where can we find you if someone wants to sign up really quickly?
Well, definitely you can go online to ntabahamas.org.
Okay, awesome.
And of course, you can also just come to us. We are in Gladstone Road and Munnings Road.
Okay.
So Munnings Drive, I think it is. Just show up, tell us what you want. We have another cohort in
And
September.
you were there. Okay,
Yes.
awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching Bahamas at Sunrise.